Does the narcissist have any empathy? It is a well-recognized trait of ours that we do not feel empathy. There is no emotional empathy in any narcissist. Some of our kind, mid-range, greater, know how to show empathy. We have cognitive empathy or fake empathy. You see, you and many others have exhibited this on many occasions so that we understand the facial expression to adopt, the tilt of the head, the appropriate body language, such as a hand on the arm, or an arm around the shoulders. We have listened most carefully so we understand the phrases to trot out, such as, "I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can do to help? It must feel terrible. I understand where you are coming from. Believe me, and just tell me how I can help you. I know how you feel. I would feel upset too if this had happened to me." I have watched people like you in action as they exhibit their empathic nature, and I have scoured the internet as well to gather a few choice phrases to utilize in order to create this facade of caring. Put all of this together, and our kind is able to exhibit a convincing display of empathy which will fool almost everyone. You will see this false empathy exhibited during seduction when we want to show you how we are kind, caring, and sympathetic, so that you will feel drawn to us even more. We also have learned to identify the correct recipients of this false empathy as well: the sick, the elderly, the stray cat, the homeless, the earthquake victim, the child with a distended stomach because he has not eaten for days, the earnest-looking villagers crowded around a newly sunk well, and so on. Yes, I know all of those who need some empathic reactions, and I will provide them in front of you, so you are all the more attracted to me. I only do it so that I fit in. It is, of course, all for show. We do not feel it, not at all, not one iota, speck or scintilla of emotional empathy. Show me a report of some tragedy and my eyes will glide across the text as I register what has happened. Inside, I feel nothing. There is no response. I do not feel sorry for the people involved in the aftermath of the hurricane. I do not imagine what it must be like for them and how they must feel. Certainly I am intelligent enough to know how they must feel, but I do not put myself in their shoes. I do not imagine what it must be like for them. There is no pulling at my heartstrings, a feeling of upset, despondency, or even anger at the injustice that they may have suffered. Of course, as you seek my response from alerting me to this latest disaster, I will form a furrowed brow, shake my head, and issue some suitable words to make you think that I care, to make you think that I have the emotional empathy. That is, of course, I will do this if I want your positive reaction, whereby you look on approvingly at my supposed compassion. If I no longer seek positive fuel from you, then I will actually use this instance as an opportunity to provoke you. And, with a question mark, is usually a good starting point for drawing a reaction from an empathic individual to something terrible. What do you mean, and? These people are homeless and injured. They live on a small island, have no power and no clean water, you respond. What do you expect me to do about it? They shouldn't live there, then, is something we might say. What? Do you really mean that? You respond. Yes, we say. It's their choice. They have to deal with it. This will invariably provoke a stunned silence or protestation. You may follow me as I walk away, asking me how I cannot feel for these people. You may express anger or outrage, and naturally this is what we want you to do. The fact is, we feel nothing. We've nothing in common with the people who are requesting help. We cannot identify how they must feel in any way. It is a total disconnection. The situation is different with those who we interact with, and especially those who are an intimate partner, when we are devaluing you. If you are ill and wanting some support, and those dreaded 3 words, tender loving care, are mentioned, we don't feel anything. We feel an overwhelming sense of disgust and revulsion. How have I come to couple with someone so pathetic and weak? Why did I agree to live with someone who is sneezing, coughing and rasping and spreading germs all over me? They're trying to infect me, aren't they? They're trying to bring me down to their level. I know what their plan is, and I will not be duped. I see no reason why I should waste my time and energy dealing with somebody like this. It is a drain on my resources, and there is little or no fuel to be had. Moreover, the sense of disgust drives me to get away from you. I cannot stand to see such weakness, such illness, and such infirmity. I must escape it, and thus I will disappear, sometimes with an excuse, and often without it, in order to avoid this horrific scene. When you are upset, perhaps over a bad day at work or an argument with a friend, and you tearfully explain what is troubling you, expect to be met with a shrug. What do you expect me to do about it? It's your problem, not mine. Sort it out yourself. If you persist pleading with me to listen and to help you, then I become irritated at your commandeering of my time in this manner. Do you not realise I have much to do myself? I cannot forego my own machinations and fuel gathering to play agony aunt to your whinging and whining. Your pathetic concerns annoy me, and you can expect me to berate you in order to further your misery, so I at least draw some negative fuel from your upset. That way the situation is not one which will be completely written off. If your upset is even greater following the loss of your job or a bereavement, we will show no regard for your feelings and indeed exploit your misery during our devaluation. We will take this opportunity when you are vulnerable to extract further fuel from you. We do not feel compassion. We do not feel warmth towards you, and indeed your selfishness in concentrating on yourself when you should be attending to us infuriates us. We will suggest that you never bothered much with that family member when they were alive, so why are you now getting upset when they've passed away? You cry about your sacking from your job, and we suggest that you deserved it because you weren't working hard enough as it was. We will extract that negative fuel from your tears, your hurt, your frustration, and your anger. And once that has been obtained, we will leave you to it. We have got what we want, and there are other things, notably other people we can better spend our time with, rather than remaining with you and being subjected to your self-centred pity. We know you find such an approach heartless and abhorrent. There's no hope for anything else. Why? We do not feel any emotional empathy, and, when it is a mid-range and greater narcissist, we see no cause to even deliver fake empathy. We do not feel compassion or sympathy. There is no need for us to fake it, because we can draw the negative fuel. We do not need to make you like us or admire us and provide positive fuel. This is how we have been created, without any emotional empathy. This is what you will always receive from us whenever you have a moment of need, upset, or anguish. Deal with it.